Summit 5 qualifier, so we'll see what he's going to be able to do here. A lot of signature pickups, actually, because Thug Puck is also just kind of a tradition.
All right, is this support Weaver? Please, Lil? Oh my goodness. They are doing it.
I feel like it's more Lil trying to channel in that old support PA style, so Kai saw Bill hanging with the early aggro lane at the start, builds in some own levels, working with the pull camps, and then, I don't know, yeah, maybe his level 2 comes in and he has the Sakuchi to work with, plus a Gemini or Swarm. It looks like, yeah, he won't with the Gemini. Oh, AD FINEM are going to be dropping the first blood on...
Make the rotations when he needs to. It's definitely going to come down to how VP weathered the storm when the cooldowns are there.
Lil has spotted Spartan again.
He's actually still dead.
Yeah, dishes out everything
No,
he can.
with Thug there, never mind.
With the...
Oh!
Double attack with the Gemini does more than enough damage. This time Thug will be able to get some redemption, but again, the power of the Drought.
Yeah, no uphill miss and just their smokes, right? Like
Yeah.
they only have maybe one left available. Actually, it doesn't look like that. So
no, maybe next time sleeping at the wheel a bit. Solo just casually runs right up to him, up into the high ground, and hits him with the crush. But from behind, Spartan with the stun finger combo, still not enough to get the finish on the Solo, but with a right click, they will be able to get it done. Now no one's stepping on in. Madar looking to square up, gets with the pounce, gets the finish. Double kill for the Madar Slark on this one. Lil in the mix, Sakuchi and company with Pasha. Meanwhile, there's going to be the lasso pullback. Skylark brings Ramses in close under the tower and towards his partner in crime, Madara. Allows Madara to get into the mix. And the orb will get the finish.
Great play from Thug.
Very nicely done from AD FINEM.
Thug in particular was able to get the silence on Abba right when he was casting the miscoil. If he miscoils Drow, they keep everybody healthy, they turn it around, they kill off the Slark, and the fight is lost. That one silence from Thug combined with the orb out. Beautiful plays, and they followed up with another kill under the tower.
And they're not done yet. They might even get Lil. They stun him under the tower, but Spartan just caught the wrong place at the wrong time.
So much of this comes down to the silences. We're going to see an attempt to go into the pit up against the Bat Rider.
Solo stuck on the high ground without a TP. Nice bump back there by Skylark. Forces Verse Pro out from the Roach pit, and they will claim the life of the Fishman easily.
Yep, no problem at all. We're going to see the arrow come through, but the phase shift will dodge it, and the starter will be fish food. But all the same, I don't think that AD FINEM can actually do this, Roche. It's interesting that they're trying time period. So when it ends, it's about the same time that borrowed time is finished.
Pasha is in trouble once again, and this time will not have the ulti to bail him out. Madara snipes him down, is now dominating. But Lil looking to make it go for Spartan. Can he get the finish in time? No! Makes it back to base. Move in there and get the job done fast.
And
it looks like it will be debunked.
And here's the smoke that is coming out without being scouted, and Madara's leading the charge with a 10-second BKB. This could be tremendous for AD FINEM.
They're lingering behind, trying to finish out a camp. They might want Lady Drow, but they're going to be settling for
they can't even
kill. Finger, fast and furious. They'll be able to get the quick snipe. Now moving in, they're going to go ahead and get the stun on Soul. They're looking to go up and above as they get the finish on Ramses. Yes, they'll do it. Mega kill from Madara. Virtus Pro have to get the hell out, but as she leaps away, she gets pounced on and pulled right back down. Trying to hide under the Moonlight Shadow and under the tower. Benefiting from that extra armor ore. Is it going to be good enough? Pasha mans up, goes into borrowed time. And AD FINEM might be running low on fuel, but here comes no one. Jumps in, beautiful double star storm, be able to get the finish on one. Almost loses his own life. Leap back and away. Nice disjoint sidestep there from Thug. Avoids the trouble on the puck, but they still can't get the finish on for no one. Thug still caught in the mix. They wait for her to come back out, but she flinks away. Arrow, sidestepped, still amped,
He's
still in
dead.
sight. No mana.
He's got to be dead, right?
No way home.
Yeah.
Finally will go down.
That was such a quick jump, though, from AD FINEM with the Finger of Death from Lion. Oh, my goodness. Actually, we see there's Slark cleaning up one and Weaver cleaning up the other. The Bat Rider will go down, but I didn't even realize that the Slaughter was caught isolated by himself. And AoE, ground target spells, they were just throwing it out anyways. They knew where they were. They just couldn't actually see them for direct single target.
Look at this, Madara, right between 3 VP members, is on a mission to get a hold of no one. Forced to pop out his own BKB. No one will be able to make it back in the way, while Lil, close to the rest of AD FINEM, will eat the crush, and the dunk comes out to secure the finish. Solo is going to get lassoed up and pulled back, but they are going to be able to get the save with the shield. Eventually they will drop him in the end, making it a 2-for-1 trade. They're not done yet. Madara and Thug looking to pincer and get the cutoff on Pasha. It looks like they will be able to do so. There he goes. The Abandoned Knight will fall. The only survivor being Ramses, almost going to be going down. She's got that slow, low ground sieging power.
Madara doesn't care. He's going right in. They're in biz, but it doesn't seem to matter as the Sentry War comes down and the lasso comes out into Lil as soon as the abundant shields on cooldown.
So they get that done. They put a lot of pressure on saving Ramses, who will be able to make it back and away, but the fight's not done yet. Madara eats a wealth of damage, and that will force the Aegis to be popped. Virtus Pro step back and away. They look to time out the arrow. It does connect. Do they want to make the jump onto it? They don't like it, so they pull off. AD FINEM just on full retreat mode, it looks like. As they pull up and out, pinging inside the trees. Nobody's in there.
Well, Thug was, and he's able to orb phase jaunt through, and still has the Yules available. So they have a lot of tools at their disposal to go right back in. And Madara gets the flank on Ramses.
Moves in, gets the grab on Drow, pounces her down. Follows it up with a nice little stun. They need a bit more. She's trying to hide, but she can't make it away. We got the vision and the stalking power, and they'll be able to bring him down. Now it looks for no one here. Jump on forward. She desperately leaps back and away. Dishes off what she can with the Star Storm, but it's not going to be good enough. It's AD FINEM's fight to take as they wipe the floor with 4. Probably been making it for it by trying to push back this mid lane where they could end up running into a bit of a confrontation here. Skylark is nearby with an invis, scouts out C Solo, grabs with the lasso, pulls him back inside the team. The pounce is actually going to miss, and it forces Madara into a silence, so he's going to have to BKB and fight. Can they get the finish yet for Solo? It doesn't look like yet. No one's trying to jump into assist him out, but now is caught up in a bit of a mix, and is going to be forced to TP and bail. Pasha also caught inside though, tries to go for his own Valiant TP, but that ain't going to be happening. It's another
By far. Just get 1 point just to get the ticks of your stick and napalm,
Yeah.
but otherwise, it's kind of weak.
I mean, you can manipulate player movement by bumping them backward, but I've seen just as many times when you accidentally bump them forward.
Oh yeah, sure enough. It's a really hard skill to land in that context.
Land lasso, nice save of the shield, but they try to still burst him down with the help of the finger. They continue their assault. They're going to even commit the Abyssal Bash, all for Solo. But they'll eventually get him down. He's going to be out a minute, no buyback for him. Jump in assault coming in from no one here as Madara does make a retreat on the back of his Shadow Dance. Makes it up to the high ground. Lil's already there though. Nice coil, going to be committed though. Jump and follow up. Echo Slam comes out from MNT as after them will be able to easily take down no one. It forces out the buyback from Solo. The rest of Virtus Pro have to get back up inside as Ramses eats about a chunk of his life. They get the Yules here though. Set up looking for Thug. And they'll allow him to make a blink back.
Yeah, but they're not done yet. The Slark heals up so quickly that just these 2 cores, Skylark and Madara, are always ready for the fight. Rider, the Echo Saber's in base, and he's still as confident as ever.
No BKBs and no more buyback on Solo. Grab pull back for Lil, and all the control that comes along with it leads certainly to his demise.
Oh, can he get him in time?
Now.
3 seconds?
Move in, Pasha.
Not enough time to borrow, my friend.
Down, and he can't make it out. His ult not ready to go, and that will lead to the game. AD FINEM claim game number 1 of our best of 5 final.
The thing I like most about this is that it's very clear that AD FINEM adapted their strategy and their mentality from when VP beat them last time. VP beat them with nearly this exact draft in their previous matchup. The only difference was Disruptor instead of a Slowdar. Pull out your hero bingo for new meta, because this is a Thug mid lane Jakiro.
What? Did participate, unfortunately did come up a bit short in their tournament run, but both these teams looking for a run back, and it's going to be AD FINEM who are able to get sights onto no one first, leading with the stun, and the chase is on with the Blade Fury. They should be able to secure it, but the Fairy Fire comes out, and they already changed course. They're not going to be able to get the finish. Oh, heartbreaking there for AD FINEM, who invested so much to get that first blood. They'll have right now, Skylark and maybe next time feel like they do have the bruiser kind of a lineup, and will look for any opportunity to take an approach like this one. Don't want to chase too far, as Solo does have the disruption and could eventually just turn it back and around, but the support Ogre is happy to just bully back the other support.
I've seen a lot of Dragon Knight versus Jakiro. I will say that the big thing here is Dragon Knight.
Sorry, Pasha moving in aggressively in the bottom lane with a haste rune, hoping to get something set up for Lil, but he's dealing with Madara right now, and there goes the continuous purge. So they'll just get rid of the purge creep. Stop it.
Easy 17 gold.
But Lil is persistent, man. He wants to
dead.
go in.
Lil's gonna die to this, isn't he?
Turnaround stun. Lil, you've gone too far.
What is he doing?
He's dead. First blood goes to Madara. We'll just take his dragon business back to the lane, seeing if maybe he can creep in some stuff in the tower. His top lane, yeah, they make a go for Skylark, locking him down with the Lucid Beam. He gets the heal off, and MNT shows up to play now, pops up the Ignite. A bit of a stun on Ramses. Madara's here now, trying to get close enough with the Omni Slash, but the range, also something that's been nerfed down in the past from the Mighty Frog. Ramses knows that he can't pursue as he didn't have the move speed. Finally, Madara gets close enough with a Blade Fury. Won't be able to get it done. Still holds the Omni and uses it on Solo. Efficiency coming out at its finest by Madara as he secures a double kill.
Yeah.
He's looking to run back
Yeah,
away
he might
here.
die here, but like he created so much space. He got 2 kills. He's able to force everybody to the top lane.
Had it set up here for Pasha, but they're not going to follow forward with it. And it looks like Madar will just make his simple return after making such a nice impact into the top lane. He'll get back into his farm grind. Looking to push towards that level 2 Omni Slash. And oh my god, he's actually getting some good damage here. Pasha is dead. Nothing?
No, they don't tombstone. They can't.
Oh, they don't. You're right. Okay, not so good here. AD FINEM could be in a bit of trouble, but look, they caught Pasha on the other side. Spartan caught between them, gets the finger off at the last second, but it's not going to be good enough to get the finish on Slardar. Now they're making chase here for Skylark. Slowed down a bit, but looks like he might be able to slightly outrace him.
Even still, though, they lose the Roche, they lose the Aegis, and they lose all that momentum that they were looking to pick up. So you're going to see Pasha die.
All right.
Just straight up walk into a fire blast.
Phoenix,
Level
not a
3.
strong
Oh, double
one.
damage attack? What are you doing, no one?
He's
Oh
going on
my
in, and
god!
He'll be able to get a hold of Madar, but does get stunned up. That's the turnaround Omni Slash, and he'll eat the whole thing and go right down.
He tried to swag on the opponent.
Actually.
If you manually cast it, yeah.
Oh, you're right, you're right.
But
Oh, heavy purse, Pasha will get forced out to safety, but this tier 3 not set for this world.
the
Skylark
glaives.
eats so much damage as the glaives just fire on forward. Glyph will conclude, tier 3 will go down, Rax is in trouble here. AD FINEM, what are you going to do? Lion eating way too much damage, can't even get close enough. So they have to do all their damage from the outskirts, but Ramses and no one have put themselves in a solid position to continue to be the demo men, and they easily just wipe out these Rax with little to no effort.
Well, there was a 30-minute Rax break, but not on the team that wanted it. AD FINEM really needed to get a really early momentum in this game, push down towers before they started falling off, and that time has come, and the Rax are going the other way. I really do think it's VP's game right now, but anything can happen with these heroes on the front line.
They're trying something. Macropyre goes out, so is the Fissure. Oh, Yules at the last second will help keep him alive, but the Eclipse is only going to get soaked up by the Ogre, and then finally fall back onto Thug. Now double buyback is in order here for AD FINEM to hold on to their life. First Pro can walk away with these big winnings and be content, but Madara says don't go too far as he ends up getting disrupted, trying to go for the Omni Slash. Now we'll get the grab onto Solo, finishes him off, but the rest of First Pro will be able to make it away.
5 heroes that are designed to push the game out.
Jump from the low ground, instant takes out Spartan, no Lion for this, what could be final defense by AD FINEM. And now this is going to be a tier 3 down, Rax is down, just like that. There is really no hope at all. Madar will try his best, he takes on the majority of Virtus Pro, but he is but one man, and he cannot do it alone. He ends up getting dropped, Ramsey will claim a dominating streak as he gets a follow-up cleanup kill, finishing off the Undying. And Virtus Pro are now going to be blitzing towards the finish line here as there's only one more set of Rax. AF will fight with their final legs, but eventually they throw in the Tau Blaze as this one is over. It's going to start our best of 5 off with a 1-1 split as Virtus Pro take game number 2.
Yeah. It just seems like the Virtus Pro had a really good response to all the aggression that was being put out in the laning phase. I mean, sure, Lil ended up beating First Blood, but he made up so much for it with all his early movement. He's just not going to be able to do enough. So we'll see. I think Warlock Lifesteal is okay against Darkseer, but it's not great.
I mean, VP also do Pro, who start out pretty aggressive here with a full smoke movement right into the jungle. They're hoping for a first blood. They're rounding the corner. Madar is nearby.
And
the
I
smoke
think he
is
saw
popped.
something.
They'll see him. He moves right into trouble.
He's got the rage, the arrow.
Rage is off any sort of arrow, but they're going to keep stalking him. Crush will eventually connect, and with the Ion Shell, it will slowly burn him down until First Blood is finally going to be...
We're going for the first Spartan up top. Gonna dissuade them from going further, but...
Oh, can they bump him back into a call? Yes, they can. They'll be able to get the grab for Solo as the spins fly forward, but Ramses all the meanwhile continues to dish out the shots. Needs another, and will get it. As he takes out Spartan. Now they look for
can they get him too?
No one jumps in. Doesn't have money for an arrow. Doesn't need it. We'll be able to get it done regardless of the tower, but it looks like they're looking for new openings elsewhere towards the top lane. Skylark's getting attacked on. Can AD FINEM show up in time to make a setup happen? They're thinking about it here, and they'll get the poison damage to finish off Skylark. Now shows Thug jumping in. Coil committed for Ramses, but he's doing it without Spartan. Spartan went off for Solo instead, so can Thug do it alone? Looks like he may be able to. Needs 2 more shots, gets off the orb. Will be good enough. They'll be able to get the grab on that one.
They fight around them, if they plan around them, and if they get a Blink Dagger on Axe, I think they're going to be feeling some confidence. But if that's a Tranquil Blue, no!
Oh, thank you so much for the green shoes, my man. See you later, nerd.
That's the worst thing that could happen. That's the worst thing that could happen. Oh no, Spartan, why?
Yeah.
900 gold down the drain. You might as well like have died 5 times just now. Like it's so. I
man.
swear he must have. Yes,
Yep, they did. Soul Catcher and some right clicks. They'll take that one too. Spartan frantically running towards the side shop. They'll cut him off, and they get him with the arrow too. Are you serious? All the meanwhile, yeah, they're also taking Roche. This is like maximum efficiency. Oh, look at that. Spartan the last second gets connection, but it seems to be more defensively as the follow-up will not be there. Now suddenly Pasha rolls in, drops off a nice little vacuum wall. Might be able to catch in Thug. Thug looks to go for the orb. Can he sidestep and make it away? It looks like he will. The chase is on from Virtus Pro. Arrow to go out. Thug almost gets connected, but a jumping crush will do a connection onto Madara and onto Spartan. Now Madara looking to 180 back into the fight, but the chase might not. 30 seconds before it will be there. So they opt instead to go into AD FINEM's territory, and they get the first spot. It's going to be on for Spartan. He has to go for the admirable call. So now they jump back it away. A single coil only for Pasha.
Yeah,
a lasso for another target for Lil. It's a bit all over the place. Madara's going to be forced to pop out and just TP right back home. Not the engagement AD FINEM were hoping for. As Virtus Pro come in and invade, it catches them with, well, their pants down, and will cost them another life. Skylark walls
off in the base, comboed up by no one. As that double damage rune just straight up kills him in his own base. But what I think that comes down to is the level 1 smoke that VP did. They obviously bought a smoke when the game began.
Oh, jumping crush, first hit bash, pull back, vacuum wall.
Oh,
that's a dieback for Thug.
This is
and
bad.
They lose.
This is so bad.
Ramses, that's no buyback. That's Raxat's game.
Straight up.
Wow, I haven't seen that's just over.
So one-sided. At FINEM, they almost seemed like they could bring it back a little bit, but they were still so far behind throughout this entire game. I actually think that FINEM ran out of smoke, so they probably didn't buy one for the longest of the time. Like if it's not generating the cooldown. You don't want to couple it with the Mirana. You want to get something that isn't completely countered by Magic Community. Because OD, you hitting a beacon.
Sniper is caught out of position. Now there is a prison. An arrow will fly forward, but will not be able to find its mark. And suddenly Thug is caught in a bit of a pickle, and he goes down. It's gonna. They get that arrow finally on the mid lane onto no one. But Solo, unfortunately, is not going to be able to help him out. It looks like his disruption was on cooldown from the previous skirmish. So they will.
Midas here at 11 minutes.
That's nuts.
And he's going to be able to get an Aghanims at like 22.
That's nuts.
It's going to be great. That's really the strength of FINEM right now, is not just like their current slight 1,500 net worth lead. It's that lead is a Midas.
Oh, Madara. Sakuchi's his way into what is probably the worst spot you could ask for.
No.
5 left is out. Okay.
If he lives, the flames would be real for Solo. It was actually really close. What Disruption does is merely buy time for Weaver quick enough to contest.
Uh-oh. The second no one shows himself, he just runs right back. Skylark's right there. Goes for the strike even though Ramses is right beside him and dishes out the Omni Slash and will pay the price for it. Got very bloodthirsty looking to go for the sniper, but I guess didn't see that the jug was nearby. And happy to commit the Omni. He will soak that one up while Spartan also looking to zone them back. They're just distracting him. A jumping echo comes out from Lil. He's not going to be able to get the snag. Madara is going to be able to grab the Aegis, but he could lose that first life here. Time lapse will be able to come off, but the Blade Fury damage is going to be too good.
Great disruption.
Follow-up disruption will connect, and that will be the Aegis. He could end up losing both of his lives here.
Yeah, it looks like
he will.
When you commit 3 Sentry Wards to the pit, you better squish that bug. At that point, yeah, the Roche takes too long, 2 weeks away from heading over here to LA, but we do have no one caught out of position. Hurricane Pike will get him the distance he needs. But they have the Ward Vision. I think this is what they wanted, just a little bit of confidence in their next play.
Oh no, could have possibly considered a smoke destroy, but nonetheless, doesn't matter. Oh, Leap doesn't, nope, he gets him connected at the end. No one gets the last shot in. Oh, there goes Lil making the move for a big dunk. It's slow and steady right now from Virtus Pro. Madara not looking to be back in defending just yet. Has a boots of travel to be there, of course, but is finding his business split pressuring this top lane instead.
Now 2 BKBs up. 1 for the jug, 1 for the sniper. Could be really big.
Oh, there goes Lil making the move for a big dunk. Will stop Thug in his tracks. He does not have a buyback now. They got a good connection for the Ice Blast, but the follow-up could not happen. That is Lil just stopping the show. Arrow will connect onto Solo, but the racks are going to be going down. Virtus Pro making their first real hard assault into the base. While this happens, Madara continues to split push his top lane, but not looking to participate in this. They're just going to have to chuck this one up to
in this jungle, and they're going to end up having to just try to go for a flank play for the top tower.
They spot each other. Spartan dishes out the Moonlight Shadow. There's a sentry on the lower ground, though.
Oh, he tried to force that Piranha.
And the force staff actually was not going to be met on forward. He was facing the side. Skylark looking to creep in from the other front. And now it's going to be the commitment. Primal Roar on for Spartan, while they're going to go ahead and try to get a hold of Thug. BKB is looking to make chase, trying to get a Pasha on one side, while Omni breaks out on the other. It's just all over the place. As they try to make the go, Self-Astral will cancel out that Omni. Ramses pops his BKB, runs back and out as Lil walks on forward, gets the dunk off, gets the finish. Taking out Thug. Madara with the DD. Has to just have the bugs, but that Fissure keeps him away from the rest of the fight so they can get the cleanup on the Skylark. It's going to be Ramses who grabs it and goes godlike now. Madara, one of the lone survivors here with Spartan. Fissure will not lock him in on the inside, so he makes a hasty and...
The tier 3 up top is broken, and they are in a desperate position here to try to
Look
prevent...
how far away he could do work on these racks. It is just something that FNM cannot even... They cannot stretch out that far, because everyone from Virtus Pro is waiting behind the sniper, and he has 2 lives to work with too. There's an arrow, hoping someone will walk back into it.
Almost had an opportunity there, but he just gets disrupted, and it completely resets everything.
That's the racks. Here's going to be the jump in. It's going to be a roar and quick destruction on the Skylark possibly, but the Prison won't be able to get the save, and now Thug's the one going to be in trouble, and he just gets chopped on down by Ramses. Not just one, but 2 of them as he gets the second follow-up kill, a double kill. As he takes down MNT. Buybacks are going to be forced out now from AD FINEM as they chunk through 2. They've already lost 1 Rax. Virtus Pro could walk away with their heads held high now, but they're feeling pretty good. They eat the cheese and they get right back into the grind. Jump in, get a double and can't totem on top of it. Lil putting the emphatic statement on this game, and they seem to want to claim it. They want to come out to the summit, and they will do it. Virtus Pro will make their return to the Summit 6 land. Unfortunately for AD FINEM, they come up just a bit short here in the grand finals.
Wonderful rematch to conclude this all out, having been just annihilated by AD FINEM in the previous series now, and